Hello and welcome back to LukesterGaming Live. So today we're getting started straight into Project Cars then, of which it happens to be on that screen, even though it shouldn't be on this, the intro screen for the game, but yeah. So let's go over to the time trial, and I've already got it sorted to where I've got the Ginetta G55 sorted out in the garage, and so basically the times we'll be aiming for are these ones, or more specifically probably one of those two at the bottom, just because like the two at the top, they've been like doing this quite a lot to like get a 126 like that, so I'll be lucky if I get like maybe a 135, 134, or I'd like to get higher. Like obviously I'd like to aim for maybe 1 minute 30 something, but I don't think I'll get inside the 1 minute 30, but I guess I'll soon see. So yeah, let's just do it. And as it's been for the last few weeks, this is the Ginetta G55 car. Let me zoom out a bit there. The Ginetta G55 GT4 that we've been using recently, because this is like, as I've done with my last couple of Project Cars streams, this is practicing for the simulation racing league that I'm part of on a Friday night for Project Cars. And just in case you never saw it, it's at the Cadwell GP racing circuit, so yeah, let's get it loaded up then. It's a bit of an interesting track design, and I've heard it's like, well, it's quite a tight track design at that as well, so it'll be one of those where, like when it comes to say qualifying for the league itself tonight, I don't think like it'll not be one of those tracks where you can easily like pull out the way or let another car through. It'll be like it'll be like trying to find it'll be about trying to find track position, is what I'm trying to say there. So yeah, let's see how it goes initially. I think I remember doing this for like was it a Formula C or nope? Well, guess what I'm going to do there? Restart, because that wasn't meant to happen. Also, let me adjust my headset cable a bit here, just because it was getting near my hands again. Yeah, it's definitely going to be one of those tracks to be very careful when going around it. I think I've done it in a Formula C car before, and that, I don't know if that was just like doing practicing, or if that was like doing or was it Formula C, or was it maybe the Formula Golf 3000 or whatever it's called again. I know it's a Formula Golf, but I don't know if it's 3000 or 1000 on the end. And I'm hoping the game volume sounds okay, by the way, because like I know the car's been fairly loud before, and like it sounds fairly loud to me, but I've like got a lot of in-game settings turned down, and even like on my end for the stream part, the game volume's always been half of what the microphone volume is, so I don't know why sometimes, like say for like this at first, before I adjusted the volumes or World of Tanks, sometimes it would be like I'd be really quiet and the game would be like quite a lot louder. This is going to be one of those tracks where I'll be lucky if I get a lap in. Like, never mind. It's like trying to get a good clean lap, but at the same time it's like it's very easy to like cut the circuit or end up sort of braking at the wrong part or something. So it's definitely a tricky one to navigate, and it's a good thing I've already got a sort of cut track warning, but it's like the fact it happened there means it's probably going to happen again when I sort of least expect it to. Really? You know, I'm just going to restart that if that's going to give me some crap about the next, like invalidating the next lap in this. It's like I already got this lap, that lap that I was on invalidated. Don't invalidate the next one as well. I'm definitely not looking forward to really. Every time it does that, I'm just going to hit restart, because that's just no. If it gives me a this lap and next lap invalidated warning when it's like either the start off a lap or when I'm on an invalidated lap and about to start the next one, that's when I'm just going to be like, nope, and hit restart. unless I have an actual time recorded at that point, but yeah. I can't exactly sort of go around it slowly, because it's about going fast, and if I go slowly, and then when it comes to going fast I end up sort of cutting the track in places where it wasn't happening if I was like taking my time going around it first. So I might as well just like throw myself into it and hope for the best, really. I'll either end up like I normally do with a Project Car streamer, so I'll either end up going quiet or I end up sort of muting my, well, if I end up going like quiet I'll probably end up muting the microphone eventually just so that I can like concentrate on it a bit more, but for now I guess I'll like talk every so often, or for the most part. So let's see if I can actually get round a lap without invalidating it then, shall we? That was two close points there to almost invalidating the laps, between almost cutting the track on one side and cutting it there. Oh, huh. I guess maybe because I was on the brakes enough and rejoined the track whilst on the brakes, it didn't count as being invalidated. Where say if you're on the acceleration, like even just slightly, like really like that, pretty much. It's like there's no point even doing the next lap if it's invalidated. It's stupid. Well, I can tell already this is going to be a right pain of a track come tonight for the league races. Considering it likes to invalidate you for the most simplest of things. It's like, oh, your wheel was 1 millimetre across the line, invalidated your lap. It's a shame because this is a good car, but this track is just awful, really. I mean, I suppose it'll be a good like I've probably done not too badly around it in other cars, like maybe between the Renault Hot Hatch, the sort of, I don't know if it's a Renault Clio or a Renault Megane, or I think it's like a Renault Clio Cup car or something. Between that and a Formula C car or something, I've done not too badly, but in those cars you tend to have a bit more grip sort of going on. So probably one of those tracks I'm just, well, I'm already sort of not looking forward to it for tonight, and sort of looking to move on as soon as I can from this one. Like, I know practice makes perfect, but at the same time it's kind of irritating. If I can't get a lap in, then what's the point? It's about being careful as well around those twisty turny parts, and the way those corners are with the curbs, it's very easily cut, as you just saw. Why you do this, game? Why you do? All I want to do is put one lap in, and you're just like, nope. Not only am I going to penalise this lap, I'm going to penalise the next one before you even get a chance to do it. Which is really handy when you're trying to put in a lap time, like a valid lap time. I guess this is like one of those things that this game doesn't realise at times. What? Yep, every time that happens I'm just going to hit restart. Like I said, unless I already have a lap recorded, I'm just going to hit restart because that is just ridiculous. You can see that happening a lot in qualifying tonight anyway. It's like the sooner I get a lap time set on this track, I'm just going to be done with it. I don't care. I know it's going to be a rubbish track, so there's not even point of trying, really. Because the other track, because the two tracks for the league races tonight are the Cadwell GP, this one here, and the Silverstone GP. I'd rather be spending my time around Silverstone because it's a track that I can do, and a track that doesn't penalise you for putting your wheel 1mm onto the white line, never mind over it and onto the grass. I mean, yes, there are some tricky parts where you might have that happen, but I'm fairly certain we already done like a post-league race one night around Silverstone and had it sort of, and it was like quite good in these cars, so I'm looking forward more to putting a time around that one than I am around this. I'm not even going to attempt to do a practice race around this, it'll just be ridiculous. It's like this is already pretty bad for trying to put in a lap time, never mind do a race with other cars. Which yes, will be like happening in the league itself tonight, but against the AI when they... like the AI just throws their own car up the inside to overtake you at any given opportunity, so like the AI will probably like, cut most of the corners on the track and go out of their way to overtake you. Which just like further would add to the ridiculousness. I'm actually going to get a lap time in here. A woeful lap time, but a lap time nonetheless, I guess. Like 4 seconds off of the one that I thought I would have been aiming towards, but there's not really much I can do about it when the track's kind of screwing me over like it is. I'm breaking in like probably a lot more unnecessary parts than I need to, just because chances are I'll probably try going a bit faster and then get an invalidated lap because they decided to go a bit faster. It's just going to be one of those tracks that the sooner it's done and the sooner it's over and done with, the better. Both in terms of trying to make something out of this time trial right now, and in terms of doing the actual league sort of qualifying and race tonight itself. And I guess I got away with that one because I was on the brakes the whole time. I think the only time I went on the accelerator was like rejoining the track. And that was just a massive error. I don't know if the microphone picks up the controller vibrating, but it's certainly vibrating because of all the, I guess, the undulation of the track, the ups and downs, and the fact that if you go in the grass it tends to sort of vibrate anyway. I'm going to record that time, then I'm going to load it back up because I'm not wasting laps. Wasting laps is wasted time as far as I'm aware. Game. Typical. That would be just typical if the game has frozen. Wow. Nope. Is it actually doing something now? See, this track's cursed to begin with. It's just about broke the game there. Let's find me. You can tell not many people's attempted to do this track, or that those that have barely managed to put a lap together, because me and the 2 times I pointed out before are on this page and we're inside the top 100. That's not really something to be showing off, like no one would take a screenshot, but inside the top 100 on a track that probably doesn't have many, doesn't have many people on it. It doesn't even have a complete top 100. Maybe it did before updates that kinda changed the way scoreboards and, well, time trial scoreboards were tracked, but yeah, I think for the most part it's pretty much like that. Let's see how it goes this time. He says in the most hopeful, optimistic way possible. It's like, you know, you're off to a good start when somehow you've managed to cut the corner on the opening lap, and it invalidates the next one as well. It's like, really, game? You're actually going to screw me over like this already? It's like, yeah, the sooner I can move on from this and get to Silverstone, the better. It's like, yes, I've got a time set, but obviously I'd like to take that down from a 138 to a 136, if at all possible. Or at least see if a 137 is manageable to some extent. I think there'll be a patch coming to this again come next week, just because like I think it was the PC version that normally gets the patches first, and it had one there during this week, I think, if not like back on Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember now, but I know it's like various fixes and various little bits and pieces, so I guess I should keep in second, because going into first just makes it sort of revs instantly. Whereas at least second you're still carrying speed at least. Well, there's a 137.6. Can I take another second off? Surprised that it didn't invalidate me just because this game's being such a troll tonight. Barely paying attention to the gear shifting as well, just because I'm more concerned about the braking points and trying to brake in the right places. So far so a little bit faster, I guess, rather than so fast. Can I get round the upcoming corner here without going flying off the track as well? I guess the answer is yes, or at least on this lap. Wow, 1.666 faster. Now would be a good time to get a cut track penalty once the game gives me a cursed split time. I don't know, it seems to be like a mix of first and second that works for the most part around here. It seems like a much faster time at least. 136.2. Not too bad then. Finally some actual lap times. Bit on the grass there. Probably messed me up from getting a better lap, like in terms of 3 consecutive best laps. It's like it's about getting the braking points right as well as staying on the track and not going flying off and cutting corners out somewhere. I mean, I guess the track's starting to come together now, but still, it's going to be different come race conditions tonight. was close back there. I thought I was going to cut that corner again, but this isn't exactly been a faster lap anyway. I mean, it wasn't too far off really, but I suppose what cost me the most, I would say, is the losing time due to being due to having a wheel stuck on the grass back there. I think it was around about that part here that it happened. Wow, a second up already. Let's see if we can carry that through the lap then. Almost 2 seconds up. He says whilst cautiously braking everywhere. I felt like I was tippy-toed round the lap for the last half there. Wow, 134.2. I'd literally got to where I wanted to be. This is more positive now. This is... Yep, I was a bit over the place on the brakes and the gear shifting there. And that's what happens when you try and go faster around that part. Like I tried applying a bit more speed there and it just... the bottom end, the back end of the car just bottomed out. I have noticed the tyres are sort of getting red on the left side, it seems. So this will be a much slower lap after we sort of had, for the most part, quite good improvements throughout there. Now I'm just trying to carry as much speed as possible through there to sort of make a bit of a significant difference to the laps so far. Oh, that was close. Between almost sort of cutting the corner and then almost sort of having the car bottom out again. Don't lose all that time. Right, that was probably as close to having an inside line around that corner without cutting it as I could get. Wow, I just took a second off without trying. Well, consider I started out doing a 138.4 or 0.6 or something. I've definitely improved in such a short space of time. I may as well have been streaming for half an hour, so I take back all the bad things I said about the track about 20 minutes ago. I mean, yes, it's a bit of a pain of a track and definitely tight twisty turns, but when the lap comes together, the lap certainly comes together. That's probably, well, that's good to know, I guess. Like, there's a potential sort of lap invalidation point. Right, I'll try and push one more lap out of this and then move on to Silverstone, I think. Or I might just have a race around here with the AI just to see how it goes, now that I've like gotten the hang of the track a bit. Oh, why couldn't I do a nice line like that on a fast lap? That could have gained me like several tenths. And wow, that was a 32.8. Damn it, I tried carrying too much speed there and went off. Right, I'm going to keep going here because, like, well, that's 32.8 I did. Like, I've pretty much ran out wide, and I don't know if that helped me gain time or normally running wide off the track and getting a track penalty is well, it's usually when you gain an advantage by cutting a corner rather than running out wide, so I don't know. Well, that time I was on the brakes more when running out wide there. But let's try and get it back together before we like start the next lap. Yep, that's good to note. Don't take too much inside carb or you bounce, but I wasn't really trying to take too much inside carb because I knew it was, never mind the bouncing part, it's more of a chance of getting your lap time invalidated. Or I could do that. Well, let's see how the next lap goes anyway. Keep the ball rolling, I guess, but yeah. Maybe a bit too much on the brakes there, but after the first braking round, I guess I was a bit overly cautious. Plus it's an invalidated lap, so I guess it doesn't necessarily matter, but at the end of the day it's practice, so it's all sort of vital information to store in my mind, I guess, when taking it to the actual league races tonight. Ooh. Car just almost completely stepped out on me back there. That was a nice inside line to have. This is going to be like some crazy lap time that I'm never going to manage again, I take it. I'm just thinking to myself, why isn't this a fast lap? Like, it's going to be a fast lap, isn't it? Suppose I've had quicker, but yeah. Get off the grass there. It's like now that I get to be in on a valid lap time is when it starts to mess up. That was a very nice line through there, has to be said. At least it felt like a nice line. Don't let the car step out there. Oh, you bugger. It's always going to happen sooner or later. I bet you this was going to be on for a good lap as well. Especially with taking the last two corners like that. Yeah, look at that, that's at 133.185 if you want. Damn it, I ran it wide there. I was trying to carry as much speed as possible around that first section of the track. Oh, no. Yep, I lost a bit of time there because I thought I was about to cut the corner, so slammed it on the brakes a bit much. Yep. That definitely felt like a faster lap, that's for sure. And the car just decided to not even bother with the corner there, it seems. It's about getting like the right amount of braking into that first corner because you don't want to overdo it, but if you underdo it in terms of not braking as much, you go in a straight line like I just did. And it's about trying to keep the speed flowing and going through these parts as well. Maybe I could have done my shifting up and then back down again there rather than letting it bounce off the rev limiter. Well, we gained some time back, but it's still down so far. Definitely will. Yep, it definitely is now. It's like some of the lines I'm getting on these invalidated laps, it's like, why can't I get these on a good lap? Because that was back to 132.8, damn it. Get off the grass. That's what's costing me the most time through this first part of the track. was a nice line through there. Could have been better. That's throwing the lap away. Felt it was kicking out, and then as soon as you try and like stop it, you're just all over the place really. Oh damn it. Don't start this crap again. Especially when I managed to get 132s now. Yeah, so I guess being on the brakes and shifting down there, and then not needing to shift down again until here maybe? I don't want to overdo it on this lap in case I end up getting an unbeatable best lap. Lost a bit of time there. And definitely threw the lap away there if there wasn't like a time, it wasn't a valid lap anyway to begin with, but it's something that I don't want to be doing when it is an actual lap. This feels like a fantastic lap. This is what I've been building up to. Come on. Whoo yeah. Almost a second off. And breathe. Yep, that's definitely got my heart beating. Because that was a sort of hold your breath and hope it works out kind of lap time. And what a lap time it was. Yeah, when I first started out with that 138, I never thought I'd be doing a 132.2. Like I got in, especially when I dipped into the 132.8 sort of time, I was like, right, I know I could do a 132.8, but at least if I can like manage something in that margin, then I'm good. Yep, I think at that point, that's the best I'm going to get out of that track, let's be honest. Plus I want to make sure that time is definitely recorded. Because unfortunately the times aren't recorded till you quit out, which I guess is a standard for most racing games. Like, I don't know if it, like, I'm guessing there probably are some that can, like, record times to the leaderboard in real time, so that when you're setting a lap time, then once you actually set it, and yeah, I'm definitely taking a screenshot of that now. You'll see that sort of Blade and Scrabble, the ones that I'd referenced before, are at the bottom of that table. And if I switch it to friends only, there's me there. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that lap time, because my 138 was definitely like 3 seconds off the Scrabble's time, whereas the 132 is more than 2 seconds up on Blade's time, and not far behind Red Devil's time there, so yeah, as far as that went, I'd say that went well. Right, so the next one now, well, actually, let me leave that on there, and we're going to do a quick race weekend here. And I don't know why it's set up in, like, the completely different things. Still Cadwell GP, make sure it's set to the Ginettas. Nope, that wasn't the one. I'm going to have to go into my garage part and make sure it's set again. Or is it still? Yeah, so let's change it back to being GT and, well, Ginetta. Get my, oh wait, what one was that back there? Ah, there it is. I went flying past it there and I was like, hang on. Yes, that's my normal one. And, yeah, let's just say let's say 5 laps, 10 opponents here. Identical, I guess we can have the scale on. Yeah, sure, let's go with 70, see what kind of difference it makes. As for conditions, I guess we'll leave that as is. I don't know if that's like the conditions for the time trial or not. I wouldn't know what conditions time trial has, but yeah, let's start it up and see how it goes. Quite quiet in chat today, and by quiet I mean there's no one, so I know I don't always get people coming to watch the Project Cars one, so, and plus anyone that does come along, they come along on their own sort of basis really. It's the same for any viewers. I don't expect people to come back, it's their own choice. The track looks really different there from that point of view.
Green, go, go, go.
I swear that felt like it was just before the green, but it let me off with it, so I'll take it. That car's just car off on the left, car off on the right.
Okay, you've got a warning for the race direction.
Like it gave me, starts throwing the lap time invalidated at me now. It's like, I don't care at this point, I'm just here for the race, not the times. Like, I can't see what kind of times I get during the race conditions, but the car's kind of fueled to be running to the end, so then I should have been shifting down a bit more there. Nope, don't be doing that again. Let's see what kind of recovery I can make of this. I'm guessing probably not much because I'm miles behind. Which might mean a restart for the race. But I'll see how this recovery drive goes, I guess. That felt like a much faster line through there. Maybe it just feels faster because I'm trying to catch up, but I certainly didn't take it like that in the time trial. But then again, race conditions, like the track could be like differently sort of temperatured for the race, or well, for this race I guess. Well, I'm starting to catch up a bit. Like I'm still 4.4 seconds down from having a brief glimpse at it there. But definitely catching up to the pack. I didn't need to be on the brakes back there like I was. Also, it's there where it chucked me off the last time. It's definitely one of those tracks where you can throw the car around, but you have to throw it around in the right places, otherwise you either invalidate your lap or spin out. Get going again. Yeah, I seem to be going flying through there, or at least it feels that way. Almost ran off wide there. Yeah, I'm still keeping the car in front within 4 seconds, but obviously because I set it as a quick little race, I'd like to be back up to the pack again. I don't know why I was on the brakes there. That should have been an upshift and then off the throttle. For that one I was trying to go into that corner without braking. Don't disregard the braking points, they're kind of important around this track. I'm definitely going flying on this lap, but
Use your slipstream to get close into the straight. Try and dive up the inside for the braking.
yeah, this is a flyer of a lap. 1 minute 30.9. Damn. I'm very tempted to chuck it back in the time trial again now. But then again, like I said, it could just be because race conditions are different, and maybe if I was getting a slipstream off the car then I might have gained additional speed. Which is all very possible. Felt like I was on the brakes a bit too early that time. Just nudge him out of the way a bit. Was it Mendel? He's still there. Might have just run him off the track a little bit. But then again, like I said, the AI does that to you. They either run you off the track or they'll dive up the inside at any given opportunity. Like even if it means, like, well, that part of the track there, for example, they'd just throw themselves up there. And I should have been in second gear there, so rather than bouncing off the rev limiter. keep upshifting. Nope. I keep sort of upshifting on the approach to that part. This could give me a nice slipstream to the finish line. Oh, right. I kinda wanted my best lap time there as like an on-screen thing. How do I... Damn it, I guess I don't get that option. What if I go on here and... No? I thought maybe you might have been able to press something and view the best lap, but it seems not. That's disappointing. Oh, I guess we'll return to... I went to actually say restart, but I guess we'll return to Race Central and do another time trial, because I'd like to see if I can get that down to being a 1:31 time. Maybe even the 1:30.9 that I just managed in the race there, and who knows what lap time I got across the line. I won't know until I watch it back and find out. And I guess that's why lap times are disregarded when it comes to doing it like that. When it comes to doing it as a race, like, because it doesn't record them in that regard. Well, so far we're just about into the first hour of the stream. We're just about sort of coming up for having done the first hour, so I don't want to be spending too much time on this track, like, as much as I'm actually starting to like it now, like, and see what kind of times I can push out of it. I'd like to move on to Silverstone, and because who knows, I might end up having to spend a bit more time on there if it doesn't go right, sort of thing. Well, let's see what kind of lap time I can manage right off the bat. Yep, I'm going to restart at that point, because as good as that lap was going, I threw it away by like not shifting up and down at the right times. That was a bit of a bit gutted about that. Take 2, I guess. Nope, I guess we're going for take 3, because trying to throw the car up that inside corner a bit too much then. It's invalidated the lap times. Yep. What I tried doing there was braking and downshifting whilst keeping accelerating. In other words, my brain kinda derped there. Now I'm like so focused on trying to like get that 1:30.9 that, or well, maybe not focused, but like determined to try and get the 1:30.9 that I'm starting to make mistakes that I never thought could be possible. And again, what happened to that nice line I got the first time where I just like cut nicely up the inside, like not cut in the corner but right on the carb sort of line. I also need to be wary about the last couple of corners here, because they're the ones that are prone, or at least that last corner especially is the one that's prone to invalidating the track. Good nicely done with getting up to the next gear better there, being on the acceleration quicker. That was probably the best line I could have hoped for through there. Come on, I definitely threw the lap away, I can feel it. Wow, 131.2 off the bat. Right, this is good. This is definitely good. Holy lap time. Now just kind of got thrown off my gear and changes because I'm just blown away by what I just did there. 130.5. Yeah, I'm going to go into view replay there because I want to see where's this starting from? Is that starting from the lap? Or is this the previous lap before? No, this might be, I think this is the best lap, yeah. Let's, no. Yeah, it's that one that takes the on-screen bits off. I was just using this opportunity to take a sip of juice and breathe after doing what I just did. So I did slightly clip one of the bollards there. Yeah, I'm probably getting as close to some of the bits as I can there, and that was definitely the best line I could possibly get through there, I feel. I'm surprised I didn't get penalised for cutting that corner there. Maybe it was just right on the verge, or because I was on the brakes it didn't quite do it, but... yeah, so I guess that one there was the best lap time then, because if I go onto it now, that's into the next one. So yeah, let me go out of that again, and I'm going to like take some more screenshots because holy lap time. I thought my 130.9 in the race was impressive, and I don't know what kind of time I got at the end, because I won't know until I watch that back, but that's a massive improvement. That's like 8 seconds off of what I was doing at first, but what I was doing at first was struggling to manage a lap time at all, whereas now this is like bonkers. Like, I didn't think I was going to manage that kind of lap time around there. I mean, that's only a few places in regards to here, but yeah. And in regards to there, I've like moved to within a second of Red Devil, whereas before it was like maybe close to 2 seconds out. I've definitely made a big improvement from the 130 that I managed before anyway. That's insane. Now I'm going to have one more practice race again, and then we'll move on to Silverstone. Yeah, this has been a very productive first hour of Project Cars, and probably the best like Project Cars stream I've had so far in terms of like what I'm actually doing on the stream. I think last time around with a couple of ones, like the first one that I had was the RUF GT3, and that was just a woeful car, and the track choices were just absolutely crap for it, let's be honest. And then when it came to the first, I think it was the first week of using the Ginettas, it was more of a I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Like it was a better thing, but I didn't get an improvement till like well after. And that was a rubbish start. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, when it comes to the actual league race, I'll be starting more like I started on the first practice race I done there for tonight, and like actually paying attention to what's going on. My bad, car. Yep, I didn't mean to do that to that car though, which is obviously something I'll not be doing in the league race. And if I did, I'd like force myself off the track and wait for them to recover, because I'm not one to force someone off the track and then keep going. I think I just got away with that, but I think through looking on the track map the car did get squeezed out of it. But like I said, it's just the AI, and they tend to squeeze you at any given opportunity. And this time I'm not going flying off the track there. Well, at least not yet. I'm sure this white car in front was like similar to the one I was catching up to on the previous race. That was a rather optimistic overtake, of which he's still there. Still there, he's just intent on not giving up that position. Yeah, that was a bad one. Note to self, don't try and overtake there, which was kind of common knowledge anyway, because that's a really bad place. I think I'll pause at the end of the second lap and check what kind of times the AI are managing in comparison. I think I could have done with not changing up the gear there. Yikes, that was definitely bad. That wasn't my intentional way of overtaking there. I was trying to get like right up close behind him and then sort of try and sneak past at the braking point, but that'll be noted for the race, don't overtake there either. Or if you're going to be close to the car in front, don't do that. It's the general consensus. I don't know what it is in the race, I can just go flying around that part of the track, like compared to anywhere else on the track, or at least compared to the time trial, I think. let's give a quick check here. What time's the AI managing? So they're sort of the quickest ones are in the high 31s, 31.2, 31.1. And I was looking at this lap time column, but I guess the lap time and the best lap column are the same. Yeah, they are the same. I was going to say, I thought maybe for the car that I pushed off the track it might have been a much slower lap.
Trying to get a good run out the last corner, Livestream past him on the straight.
Could have done with being on the brakes or being shifting down back there. This is definitely going to be an interesting race on this track for tonight. I'm like, from an hour ago of loathing this track and like wishing to get it over and done with as soon as possible, to now actually looking forward to what could be an interesting race. But it's definitely one of those tracks where the littlest or biggest of mistakes could very much cost you, as proven so far tonight.
Okay, you got a warning from the race director for cutting the track.
Yeah, that was a bit too much off the track through there in all fairness. Stop changing up there. Supposed to be getting down to first gear, not changing up another gear that has to be changed down. Yeah, look how smoothly I just got round that corner. I wish I could do that in the time trial.
Now, let's fight our way past. You can do it.
Hopefully I can sort of pull that off in the qualifying of the race for the league tonight. Of which, as I've always stated, that won't be on the stream just because, like, I think even the one who runs the league itself, who did do live streams from his point of view, I think he stopped just because it was messing up the connections for people in the game, or like not running, making things not run as smoothly as they could be. I don't know if he's maybe going to stream tonight or if he's sort of stopped in general. I know he sometimes streams during the week doing his practice runs, and he's like much better in terms of that he has like an actual racing setup with the wheel and pedals and tuning setups in the game and just the whole the full monty of things, I guess. I'm glad that bit of tarmac was there because I was running massively wide onto the grass otherwise.
Use your slipstream to get close to him on the straight, then dive up the inside under brake.
I think the slipstream's actually thrown me off being able to get a decent enough sort of line behind this car. So yeah, doing the practice race definitely helps you learn things about that you don't learn in time trial otherwise. How to handle the track when you're behind another car. And I wasn't supposed to nudge the car there. But I will do that. That's how you overtake coming out of that corner. He's still quite right alongside though. Very, very much alongside. I think I got him. Yep, we're managing consistent 132 lap times in this race so far. That was definitely a bit too late on the brakes there. There goes the consistency. And so there goes the place as well, is what I was meant to just say. Can I do him at the end again? this is going to be a race to the line, but I think he's got me on this one. Yep, on this occasion he's got me. I didn't see what final lap time I managed to get in there either. Yes, I was looking at the bottom. I'm used to looking at the bottom, but I was up in 6th place there. Yeah, look how close that was. Wow, 7 minutes 51.437 for the car in front of me, 7 minutes 51.496 for me. That's how close. Oh, that's how close that was across the line. Right, let's move on to Silverstone now. It's the Silverstone GP circuit, which I think is like the main one. I don't remember the international one being anyway. Right, we're back here now, and back over to the time trial. And we'll switch that out for Silverstone. I wish it would go back to the car that you were on. Like it keeps changing the class all the time. I was just quickly checking something on Facebook, because like someone in the posted on the league about sort of stuff that I think they're selling, like in regards to sort of racing setups and seats and consoles and whatnot, and external hard drives and all that. Wow, that's definitely a lot of things there. Wow. Did we miss something big, is what I'm going to say. Also, I noticed the gaming, the Hopage HD PVR2 or HD PVR2 gaming edition, the person listed that on their thing, which is what I use. So, I'm just going to put that on here quickly. Let me just if I press that to confirm that this is indeed the one. Yes, this is a bit of a longer track, so it could be like longer, more time spent on it. So the 228.6 is the bottom time. I'd like to think I'd be within the Red Devil and Blade's 2 minute 12 times. Like, I wouldn't mind being like even 2 minutes 15, 2 minute 14, but I guess I'll have to see how that goes. So yeah, let's go in the select car bit because it's reset again. In fact, so I press B there, go to my garage and make sure it's set on there. Select car, GT, Ginetta. I guess it's quicker there because you can just easily... No, damn it. My garage, select car, Ginetta GT4, make sure we choose our livery and then press A. Because now, if I'm right, yep, it should already be set. Let me just pause again here, sorry, I'm just quickly typing up a Facebook post and reply to that person. Moving on to Silverstone after success at Cadwell Park. I'm typing this on my phone so it's not as... After a successful 1 minute 30 point... Was it 1 minute 30.2 or 1 minute 30.5? I think it was a 1 minute 30.5 at Cadwell GP. No, currently, I just put currently Steaming project cars. Streaming. I just corrected myself there because, like, the version of Facebook I've got on my phone, it doesn't let you edit posts, and I purposely don't want to update to the newer versions because they're generally crap. They tend to break things rather than fix things and make the app worse. And I know how well that went with all the Skype issues yesterday, but yeah. Let's get into the Silverstone mindset now. I haven't done this tracks in a fair bit. It's going to be all about getting the braking right around this one, but at least this is a more open track, so you have a bit more, I guess, room for error. Like, obviously you don't want to be running massively wide off the track, but at the same time, like, you're not going to be crashing off into a barrier or going flying off on the grass because the track's tighter at Cadwell compared to Silverstone. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that 1 minute 30.5 around Cadwell Park. Yeah, the Cadwell Park GP, wasn't it? Rather than just Cadwell GP. Silverstone have definitely got a bunch of track experience on over the years of racing games anyway, like, for the most part F1 games, but I've done it several occasions on Project Cars between the RUS GP GT3 when it was once a great car to drive, but now it's just awful. They couldn't have nerfed that car any harder if they tried, really. I wonder what kind of lap time I'm going to get off the bat here. So like I said, I'd like to aim for the sort of 2 minutes 15 or 14, but that was just from looking at the lap times and getting a rough estimation of where I might end up. A bit sooner on the brakes there, I think, because I'm now running wide. So that'll definitely take away from what I could have had, but this is why we practice. Hello. Speaking of, it's not too bad. Like, I ran wide and I've still got my 2 minutes 15 or 2 minutes 16, but yeah, without that running wide, then that could have been a fairly good lap time. That could have been close to the ones I pointed out, the 2 minute 12 lap times. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to tonight's races on the Simulation Racing League now. Both these tracks, like, sort of Cadwell Park was screwing me over royally at first, but within, what, the first half an hour it just started coming together like a sort of, like a well-oiled jigsaw. I just like tried to combine two phrases in one and it didn't work at all, did it? Yep, I've just invented my own saying, like a well-oiled jigsaw. Yep, because that's the thing now. Bit more gear shifting down on there, and I don't want to run out too wide on that runoff zone because that's definitely going to invalidate the track time, I would imagine. And it could be very easily invalidated around this section if you don't sort of keep an eye on where you're going. Of which that was a bit all over the place. I was on the brakes in places where I felt I couldn't be. Still marginally faster, but this is where I threw the lap time away before, like by running out wide up here. Whereas this one's a bit more on the inside line. I don't know if second's the ideal gear for there or not though. Also I think I tried turning in a bit more whilst braking there and it probably locked up the front wheels. Oh, that was close, I thought I was going to cut that. Yep, so that was a 2 minute 15.213 that time. Yeah, I thought I could maybe get away with messing up the lap time. I thought I could get away with maybe shifting up a gear and keeping the speed going, but I guess not. At least this track you can actually set valid lap times, whereas Cadwell Park took the mick at first with all the invalidated laps. But it shows you the two very different types of track. This one's sort of mostly flat with wide sort of track, wide corners and all that. Whereas Cadwell, it's like tight, tricky turns that are suddenly up on you without, like before you even sort of realise it. I do wonder if I could get away with just one gear change through there, but seemingly like changing down twice is the way forward for now. It's definitely about getting the line right through there, because that's sort of costing me a bunch of time by not taking them as like the fast flowing corners that they should be. It's like I'm used to it more in like an F1 car from say F1 2013 is a good example of being able to absolutely throw the car around there. Power through it really. Yep, that was definitely massively late on the brakes there. It's easier to hold that line together than it is a sort of series of sort of left, right corners. And I was only 3/10 off as well. Right, hugging that inside line was a good call, but not too much because that could be very easily invalidated. Definitely feels like a much faster start to the lap overall. What I was hoping I was going to do there was keep the speeds flowing without having to like release the acceleration and try and like feather it a bit. I think the second gear change is kind of required, but like sort of doing them one and then another rather than sort of down seems to be better. And that's definitely a better line. Can I keep it going now? Yep, that's definitely a better flowing line through there. I do prefer to still use the racing line for the most part, but obviously when it comes to the braking points I sort of keep an eye on the boards at the side rather than the redness of the line. That was definitely a much better line through there. Oh, you bugger! You had to mess it up. So what lap time was that about to be then? Yep, a 1:14.2, and it's invalidated this one as well. Damn it, game. Well, I just got through there without like having to brake and downshift. But maybe that's because I wasn't carrying as much speed, I don't know. That definitely felt like corner cutting there, however, but because it's invalidated it's probably not taken into account as much. Right, so our aim's to get into the 2:14 or 2:13 on a valid lap then. Seeing as at Cadwell we were initially getting into the 1 minute 1 minute 32.8 time on an invalidated lap. But then I managed to get a sort of a low, I think it was a 1 minute 32. A 1 minute 32.2 even, and then from that point on, well, I think that was where I sort of recorded my best time and then moved on to practice races and then got the 1 minute 30.9 and was like, hang on, I'm going to go back to time trial here because I'm gaining an advantage. And yeah, I ended up turning that advantage into a 1 minute 30.5. Definitely better flowing lines through here. One has to be careful about that curb there because that could well invalidate a lap time when it's a valid one. So that was on for being a sort of low 1 minute 15, practically 1 minute 14. Or practically into the 1 minute 14s, but just sitting outside. It's sort of knocking on the door, I say 1 minute 14, I meant 2 minute 14 now. It's practically sitting on the door knocking, like, can I come in? Can I, like, join you over there? Not the best start to what is now a valid lap. Also because the last lap was invalidated, or the last two I guess, you don't get the split times anymore, so it's more about just keeping going and hoping it sort of works out good. That was maybe a bit too much on the initial braking there. It's supposed to be more of like a sort of braking and turning in, but obviously not too much together. That definitely felt like a far better line through there. I'm getting on the throttle sooner, that's good. Normally it'll end up being like a slower time, but I'm keeping it going. I'm never going to back down. Sometimes just downshifting that extra gear can help more than sort of braking again. Let's not get too cocky with that inside line. That's what threw away my lap time before. Still can if I'm not careful. Yeah, there we go. 1 minute, 2 minute 14.851. So it's not quite the 2 minute 14.2 I managed before, back on the invalidated one. And that was an awful start to the lap. There's definitely time to be gained though. I'd like to think I could get into the 2 minutes 13, so I guess I'll keep going until that potentially happens. That felt like I was on the throttle a bit sooner again compared to previous laps, so we could be onto something. Still slower. It's the last part of the lap here where the difference is going to be either won or lost. Definitely lost. Yep, but I knew that was coming. As soon as I turned in right, I was like, yep, that's going to go horribly badly. Yes, so for the most part it's generally quicker to, like say back there where I had to change up to second and then back to first like within seconds, and generally it's faster doing that than sitting on the rev counter in second. Or sitting in the rev counter in first, should I say. Yeah, look at this, it's like instant improvement. Like, yeah, we invalidated this lap, but yet we're seeing split times. Unless it shows you them anyway in some trolly way of rubbing it in, like, this is an invalidated lap, let's show you how much faster you're going to go. Because I know when you're on a valid lap, having done an invalidated one, it doesn't show the split times up, so you don't actually know how much faster you're going. I might pause after I've crossed the line on this one if it's a faster lap, just to see if that did somehow count it, even though it still told me at the very start it was invalidated. That's the kind of line I'd like to be taking on a good lap. Of which this would have been a good lap. Yeah, it didn't count it. I keep trying to sort of find time up the inside of corners where I shouldn't be finding, or like, where I shouldn't be trying to find time, because otherwise I'll end up with corner cutting instead. That wasn't a nice line through there. Yeah, so it's all about sort of braking and getting back on the throttle, like braking, corner and getting back on the throttle as soon as possible. That could have been a much nicer line, but wasn't. Not this time around. I thought I'd been on the brakes enough there, but evidently not, as I went sort of oversteer into the corner. Or out off the corner, should I say. Nicer line to finish the lap, however. Yep, a 2 minute 14.5, so that's our best sort of valid lap time so far. And this is a good start to the next. Yep, I knew that was coming. The moment I turned in, it was like, well, from the moment I started braking, like far too soon. I mean, you can get away with just going ever so slightly on the runoff, but I wouldn't like to sort of keep doing that. Chances are it'll like catch me out sooner or later and be like, nope, that's too far, go back. Or do it again, I guess. Not sure if I should have shifted up there or not. Generally a slower lap time at the end. Right, that was a better braking line through there, maybe a bit up on the car, but not cutting the corner. You can get away with cutting that corner because there's a little bit of runoff in the inside, but when I say cutting, I mean in a legit sort of valid way, not just sort of throwing the entire car around the inside and sort of skipping over the corner entirely as if it was a sort of diagonal straight. Yep, that cost me a bit of time, I think. That definitely felt like it could have been better. Or should have been better, I guess. That was a really nice last line, and it didn't pay off on the lap, unfortunately. Probably gained us back a heap of time. And for a moment I thought I'd cut the start of the next one. Close but no cigar to what our best lap is so far. Just as I sort of cringed a bit there as that turned in, I was like, don't cut, and then it cut. What I will do is I'll go through until lap 15, possibly 20. Just see what time, if we can get down to a 2 minutes 13 at least. And then after that I think I'll try a practice race and see if I can't get, like, if I can't find additional time through doing a race, and then sort of translate that back over to the time trial like I did with Cadwell Park. So no, obviously in the race you're going to find additional time through slipstreaming, but it's not always a good thing. Sometimes slipstreaming can have you like oversteering out into corners. It would certainly help on all these long straights this track has, but there's certainly as much twisty turning corners going on. That was a nicer line, but it's a shame this is an invalidated lap and potentially slower generally. Yeah, it was a slower lap anyway since I messed up. It was definitely a much nicer line through that last part. I went with the downshift there, which could probably cost me a bit of speed, I reckon. As well as being on the brakes at the same time. Don't cut it. I forgot to shift up to second and back to first. It's like eventually you start, like the more laps you end up doing, you eventually start trying to put the car in places to find additional time, and those places don't often work out. I wish I could get round that corner whilst like staying constant on the acceleration rather than like tapping it round there to sort of will it round the corner. And that was definitely miles out wide, so that killed the lap. Guaranteed. Yeah, well, there's a couple more laps there. I'll move on to a practice race just to see if I can't find additional time. And I'd also like to do the community event before I finish up the stream in just over an hour's time, because there's a sort of Mazda's Laguna Sega Raceway one that's in a Formula C car, so that'll be actually quite good, I would reckon. But obviously the time trials for the league as well as the practicing of both races is more important, so this comes first. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I turned in right, it was like, nope, that's too much. I can't exactly just sort of throw the car left to get out of the way, because then it'd probably go off the track. It's definitely going to be one of those tracks where getting the right line around each and every turn on one lap is going to make the difference. As it did for me to get a 2 minutes 14.5 earlier. The reason I'm not sort of not so much full throttling, but like fully throttling it around that corner is because like I don't want to run it wide when exiting. That certainly didn't feel fast. Felt a bit all over the place, but then again most of that lap was. Well, let's go for the next lap without saying much or saying very little, see how it goes. I tried half throttling it a bit around that corner rather than the sort of throttle on off sort of kind of thing. And I've yet to have an invalidated lap times from using too much runoff area there. That felt like a generally good lap, but turned out not to be. Oh, don't do that. Although at least that time I was able to get a better getaway, but I think I chucked away that advantage I had in by sort of understeering into that corner, or oversteering should I say. Definitely need to try and find time through that corner back there as well. The one with the runoff, as it should be named. I know these corners actually have like names to them, like there's Beckett's and Maggots and Abbey and whatnot. Oh well, this track has named corners, should I say, rather than just these corners. As if implying the corners that I was just on. I really don't know where the lap time's going, like I did mess up on occasion, but... And I've not ran out wide, sort of like that around there too much, if at all. Oh damn it, game. Yes, it probably was a bit too much there, but even I felt like I'd sort of corrected that enough to not invalidate it. It's like some of these lines I can generally take what feels like a nice line, but what's a nice line if it's not a fast line at the same time? It's about sort of tying both those things together at once. Especially when you have like sort of corners that are supposed to be taken as a sudden sort of left right sort of thing. Well, that's practically as bad as a penalty there. That's pretty much messed up the next lap. It already feels fairly rubbish. Need to be taken in the inside line sooner around there rather than just chucking the car in at the last minute. definitely carrying a bit too much speed through there for the most part. And, well, that's a new place to validate the time. And I definitely downshifted too many times as well, because I went to first when that's supposed to be second. Or at least for me it's second. Some people might get away with doing it in first or not. And I was just like, I accidentally nudged the right stick there, so I was like pushing the camera back a bit. I suppose at this point we might as well just go to 20 laps and then do the practice race against the computer. Right, that felt much better. I just had to lift off a bit there because I thought I was going to dip a wheel off the track and lose time. But potentially taking the finger off the accelerator is going to cost you time as well. And that line certainly needs to be taken far better than that. I tried taking that without the braking, so I ended up having to double brake through the next part. I'm just going to keep in first there and then switch to second once I'm like switch to second in that part rather than switch to second right away. Still can't get near that 1 minute, that 2 minute 14 that I managed before though. And yep, that'll do. Let's just get that time on the board, the 1 minute 14.5, 2 minutes 14.585 even. Yeah, I was just having a sip of juice there. Right, so where does me show up on that one? 284, I suppose I might as well take screenshots for now, and if I end up improving then I can compare to like what I managed at first as a best time. And if I pressed in the right stick, yep, well I did say I was hoping to end up in that 215, so 214.5. Just under a couple of seconds away from Red Devil and Blade there. Yeah, let's do a quick race weekend here then. And that'll be down to Silverstone. Did I just... Nope, I thought I'd skipped over it there. Silverstone GP. Because if I compare the other ones, you got like the International that... even though it shows the same track, but I guess like it's accidentally counting part off the track. In the national ones, you even I think the national one's just the top part there. Yeah, the International's the bottom part, in the top part, and Silverstone's still. Huh. I didn't realise they had that as just a track on its own. Wait, 16 turns, but it's like a significantly shorter track. Is that like a karting circuit, or is that actually... Because that certainly doesn't look like part of the Silverstone track itself. Or is it? Nope. Anyway, Silverstone GP. And everything should be as is. Although doing that I might have to like set my vehicle. Nope, it's set. And yeah, let's see how this practice race goes then. Compare that to sort of how other things are going. I was just checking things on Facebook again whilst this is loading and just catching up with various bits and pieces here. Can I pause at the moment it starts? Like, or just before it starts? Like here, if I quickly pause that, let me just quickly check something. Or a couple of somethings. There's discussion going on. And if I skip back over to the messages, I'm sure there was some chat about GTA. There's talk in the sort of my GTA's crew group on Facebook there about the snow, and like I swear I kept thinking the snow was only on Christmas Day, but maybe it's extended, I don't know. Anyway, we're here to do the race, so let's do the race.
Let's do a few people off the line and head into the first corner in a good clean position.
Whoa, where are you going? On the left? On the right there even? Just suddenly cut across. And then I just got sort of... What?
The race director's given you a warning for cutting the track, so you've got to start
Yeah, no
respecting
wonder,
track
that car
limits.
just like nudged me as I was trying to rejoin the track. Told you the AI are just vicious on this. They'll throw an overtake where you're not supposed to, so I'll throw an overtake on him there. It's like under racing conditions tonight, I'll not be throwing those kind of dive up the inside unless I know that it's a guaranteed overtake, like a clean overtake. And at least the other person would know as well, so they'd be able to brace for it kind of thing. But I say brace for it in terms of like they'd know I was going to try overtaking and not brace for impact. This is against AI level, like AI difficulty level 70, because I found that 100 was just a bit too much and they weren't quite overly aggressive. Right, so that car's right behind me there. Yep, that was a bit too much on the sort of behind that car, but he come back and nudged me a bit there. So I will get a nice tour, go past on the left. I can brake quite late into here, or at least I like to think so. It seems the AI is even later. It's still up the inside. I think I got him now though. At the same time, it's like you don't want to... You still need to keep an eye out in case they try and chip the car back up the inside somehow. Even quick sort of up and down gear changes like I just did there can sometimes be better than just a down shift and brake. I can definitely throw the car up the inside around here, but it did seem like the AI car was still there. It's like the only problem about this car is that inside the car view like this you don't actually see things properly. Like you don't see the mirror in the middle, for example. Have I been using the wrong view all night? I think I have. Like I should be using this one inside the crash helmet. Let's see if that makes it, like if that makes things worse or better for me. Well, that was wrong because like I think I was focused on the cars ahead and cut off there. You already get the sort of the blur of like things directly in front of you compared to things up ahead, but you can still see the lights where your revs are up to. You can sort of see the mirror, but I think that's just because I'm turned in. Yeah. Yeah, let's see how I get on in the helmet camera, because I'm normally using this one. Whereas I just realised that I'd been using the inside the car one, like still the hands on the wheel but not inside the helmet camera view. Wow, that was a 213.7. But I believe that may have not counted, like, I'm sure I cut that corner a bit on the last lap there. Plus I might have got like slipstreams from a car as well. Wow, this is like the sort of the top 3 cars in front of me here.
Now, mate. Where is he slow? Come on, you can do it.
Yep, I should have been on the inside there. Got 2 laps to see if I can't like finish top 3 or win it. Maybe like sort of doing the downshifting twice, like there and then and then turning in's better, I think. So have I been using the wrong view all night then, for some reason? So I was supposed to be using the helmet camera view here, not the cockpit camera view. Or the inside sort of car view. Like this is inside the car, but not inside the helmet. Well, this is sort of the inside the helmet one. Yep, that was definitely a bit too much. If that ends up being a better lap, it'll be because of that. A better lap, I think. It's not actually. Like it's still better than time trial, but I messed it up. Don't seem to be drawing any closer to the top 3 cars in the front here. Or sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. Seems to be the way it's going right now. Need to get in their slipstream because that's how they're keeping ahead.
Looks like there's one on your tail. Start defending your position. Cover the inside line in the braking areas.
Yeah, it's all about getting back on the throttle, like full throttle as soon as possible out of that. Car behind me seems to be doing a sort of worryingly good job of keeping behind me. and it's going to be through when I do a mistake like that and smash up the boards. The boards that I still need for another lap yet. Nope, I pressed the wrong button there, meant to look back, not change view. Yikes. Yep, let's not try and overtake like that in the race tonight. That wasn't a sort of planned overtake, that was more of a like sort of trying to outbrake him but outbraking myself into that corner.
Try and stop this guy getting underneath you. Cover that inside line.
I'm worried now if I've actually been heard all night because the view is actually that bit quieter when you're inside the helmet compared to not inside the helmet, so I'm hoping it's not been too loud to where I haven't been heard at all tonight, because that would be a bit of a bummer. Because for the most part this has been a good stream for me. I'd say like my best Project Car stream, I'd say, in terms of this sort of improvement, or at least on the first track. It's like this second one here, it's like I was within grasp of the top three and I just let it slip. So. Whoa. Talk about losing it big time there. There goes a few more positions gained. Well, in all the practicing I've had over the last hour or so, that hasn't happened. Or well, maybe last 40-50 minutes. Seemingly my pace dropped a bit. I did get a 2 minutes 13.7 back there, but I think that was through using a different view. Now it's on the wrong camera view for the next one. Back to Race Central. Quick check of your Facebook. Now let's try the time trial out again, just whilst I've been using that different view there, to see if that actually like made a difference for the better or the worse potentially. Let's get that switched to the right view. Let's see how this goes then. Like if I... Like, is this going to make me faster or a lot slower? Who knows? Like, I'm more used to using this camera view, but... Like, maybe I don't know why it wasn't set on this camera view by default, because I'm normally using this one. Unless because I was doing like open wheel racing, that maybe the camera view got switched to being because I think the last cars that I played on this game were like an open wheel classic car that doesn't actually have a helmet view, it's just all like the one cockpit view kind of thing. That time I tried diving up the inside, trying to keep an inside line through there. So yeah, let's see what kind of lap time I can get straight off the bat, or within the next few laps, I guess. Not sure if that was slower or faster there. I'll soon find out. I think I let off the throttle too much there. I was trying to ease into it, but or like ease off and ease back onto the throttle, but I think I was like a bit slow on getting back onto it. Yeah, I think waiting until you're into that last corner before switching to second works the last corners. And it certainly did, because that's the faster lap time straight off the bat. So either this view makes a difference or just having more practice as well, but yeah, but I was trying to get back on the throttle too soon there and messed that up royally. It's like in the back of my head I'm wondering if the first 2 hours or so of the stream have been like me being drowned out by the sound of engine sounds because I was on the wrong view. That could have potentially been a thing, and I won't know till I check it back. That was going to be a worse lap for obvious reasons. I think being in helmet view gets us across that inside corner better, without sort of cutting it like I've been doing. Or maybe it's just that I'm taking a better line. Who knows? Possibly a combo of the two even. Right, here's a much better start to this lap. Apart from the whole going out wide there. I don't know what kind of split time that was. I was focused on the road ahead more than what the green numbers said, but to me I'm sure I saw at least a half a second or maybe a second, which could well make the difference. I think it's better just to do the double tap and turn into there, but I don't know. Oh wow, we're half a second up. Oh well, just over half a second up. Don't cut the corner. I think I was a bit more off the throttle there than I wanted to, but I was cautious about potentially cutting the corner and throwing away a good lap. Oh, look at that. I feel that should have been a 2 minutes 13. Hang on. Now's a fantastic time to be interrupted, isn't it? Well, considering we're coming into the last half an hour of the stream, I'm just going to make do with that improvement and move on to the community event. There's a reason my door is closed, people. And it's like maybe not so bad when you're in the middle of something else where you can maybe pause or not have as much going on, but when it's this, you're kind of focused on the road ahead, not on what's about to happen, because I had to like quickly pause and mute my mic. Right, let's go on the find me bit first. I don't think we made that big an improvement, but I suppose I might as well take an updated one. Oh, there we go. Just had a bit of lag. And an nope, wrong one. And an updated one there as well. And yeah, let's move on to the community event then for the last part of the stream. So yeah, it's the California Formula Attack, a Formula C at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. It's got 4.5 hours left, so let's enter and see how it goes. It's like I've had my chat window open throughout the duration of the stream, but no one's actually turned up today, which, yeah, it's disappointing, but I suppose if there was people here to interact with, it might have taken away from being focused on the track, who knows. The stream's still running fine, by the looks of it. Right, this is going to be an interesting one. Because we were around here in the Ginettas before last time round when I was streaming anyway. Whereas in a Formula C car it's more grip, more speed kind of thing. And like the ability to brake sort of much later. And spin out apparently as well. I think that's because I switched down to first, when second I think would have done fine. I don't even have a time to aim for on this one really, I'll just be trying to set a lap time initially and then trying to improve on that lap time. And I've done it again. Stop changing down to first, or if you're going to change to first, don't go back on the throttle too hard. Right, second. Really, I want to put in a lap time game. Just let the car get round the dang track. It's like you get round all this bit's fine, but then coming into a tight corner, it's like, nope, I'm going to spin. And the bike of this car isn't even normally like this. It's like the... I can't remember which one it was now, the Bono something track car before. Where like on the community time trial event it was an absolute, it's when you went into a corner it went straight into the corner and ran out wide massively. Whereas like say using it in a race against someone to sort of show to them, like, because I was trying to show them like, look at how awful this car is, and it actually ended up being okay to drive. And I've driven Formula C's before in this game and it's never been this bad, but maybe like the Porsche, or well not the Porsche but the RUF GT3, they got nerfed possibly. Or they've just gotten used to the Ginetta as of recent, that jumping back into a single seater sort of open wheel car like this is a bit of a handful than it used to be. I thought I was going to run massively out wide the way that was going. Also I'm having to like tap the throttle through there because I don't trust trying to half throttle or full throttle it because it will spin out. Or well, it potentially could spin out like it's trying to do here. It's like I remember when this game at first it used to penalise you for putting a wheel off the track, like it was so much stricter. That was definitely a corner cutting. Annoyingly, because obviously it's going to be some improved lap times from there. As for gears, I haven't really found the best gears for a lot of corners. That one worked well there, but I think I had the right speed to do so. I'm not sure if that would have let me get away with that under normal circumstances. Yeah, look at that, that was practically 2 seconds faster on an invalidated lap. Don't you dare spin out. I'm sure that was just like drifting its way around that one. Yeah, being in 4th around there works, so was definitely better than whatever I was doing before. Yeah, this car's just sort of straight lining into sort of some corners like that. Oh, I felt the car about to sort of spin away from me there. I'm surprised I didn't take that as being corner cutting, because I just like used the pit lane. Or well, the pit exit even. I used to enjoy racing in these, now it's a bit more tricky. It's like they've nerfed the car, either that or just, like I said, I got used to racing the Ginetta so much recently that jumping back into a sort of fast open wheel car, it's not quite the same. Oh damn it. The one time that I go over the corkscrew, sort of like that, and cut the corner. Really? So because I ran it wide like that, it's like this one and the next one's invalidated. And I'm guessing this is the next one, rather than, I think, did this one apply to the one that I just crossed the line to finish? I think that was a bit close to being on the verge of corner cutting, that one. Oh, that definitely threw me up, and then that spun me out. I was trying to take a gentle approach to the corner there, to see if I could like get any additional speed, I guess. For a moment there, I wasn't sure if that was going to cut the corner and validate what seems like a good lap here. Don't you really... Now the game's just out to troll me like it was at the start. It's like, oh, you braked nicely into that corner, let me make you cut the corner. Or spin out, that also works. Well, because you can, I'm going to drive backwards to get a run up, rather than restart when I've got some times on the board. think from there should do. Or I could do that, yeah, why not? Go back and do it again. Yep, they've definitely nerfed this car from what it once used to be. Either that or the time trial, or the community event conditions are just horrible. Hello there, Frank M, I think that is, who asked what car is that. It's a Formula C car, and the reason I was going backwards there is just because this is like a community event time trial thing, so rather than restart I might as, because it kept spinning out into the last corner, so rather than restart I might as well like do that and go back and sort of do it again kind of thing. Or I could cut the corner, you know, that works. I haven't even got remotely close to that 121.7 that I managed on what was an invalidated lap. Yeah, if I change the view you can see better there. And if I'm not bad, you're losing frame rate. I don't know. The stream looks fine on my end. Let me just have a go at sort of using the car on this view and see how that goes. And no problems for me telling you what car it is or letting you see it better. It just seems to keep... Yeah, look at that, just... the wheels just lock up. It's crazy, it never used to be like this before. This community event, it's like they've made the car a lot worse than it usually handles. So it's like the moment you get on the brakes, it just seems to lock up the front wheels at times. Did I get away with that? It seems. For this corner as well, especially does block up, and then just when you... oh, come on. Just when you think you've got the corner down, it messes you up in some way or another. Well, at least it only invalidated that lap, but I've pretty much already invalidated it myself by spinning off. Right, I'm going to switch back to this view. Try a few more laps and then I've got about 10 minutes or so till I want to be finishing up the stream, or at least sort of doing the music outro, so I'll keep rolling with this I guess, or I can maybe... I think what I might do is like a few more laps and then maybe switch to a time trial of this car on this track and see how it compares. Like if it feels the same or if it feels worse, who knows. Or if it feels better, so would be ideal. I really don't know what it is about this corner, or this car on this corner, and that I was seemingly getting it fine before, but now it's just like, oh, you're gonna have a lot of issues. it's as if you can't be too much on the brakes or it just locks up completely and you lose control of the car. Well, 1 minute 22.394 wasn't bad, it's still about half a second down on the time that we did get on like the second lap. And that was always going to happen. It's like the slightest little adjustment makes the difference between cutting that corner and not cutting the corner. Also need to like not change down to first because it seems to be first that makes the car bottom right out. It has more grip when the wheels are moving faster compared to when you're coming to a stop. Pretty sure for the most part there I was like going round that corner drifting, or like with the tail end of the car stepping out. I thought I was about to cut the corner again there because it keeps happening. Oh, dang it. So I hesitated too much and was on the brakes late and didn't get quite a nice sort of flowing bit through that corner like I have been. And then I was overly cautious through there because of how much it's been sort of taking me off the track. Or there's that cut track as well. I'd like to get one more valid lap in, please. That being the next one. Yeah, look at that. That was a 122.1. There was no way I could have possibly gained an advantage from that very slight off-track sort of excursion. I'm surprised that didn't be off tracks, honestly. But then going off track the other side cost me the time. Yeah, I've definitely got my cueing all wrong through this lap. And that was just a blatant dive. So I dived up the corner too early and literally skipped the corner. I thought I'd try getting back onto the acceleration or the throttle as soon as possible there. Also, it's annoying on this game because you can't like change out of reverse until you've brought the car to a complete halt, so which I guess makes sense, but it's like it would be better if you didn't have to do that, because then you have to like you find yourself sort of getting back on the throttle thinking, right, I'll change up to first, but of course you're still in reverse and then you start reversing more. The steering wheel doesn't feel useless at times like that when it just goes in a straight line round the corner. Really, game. The one time I thought I took that corner like not too badly and it invalidated it. like the rest of this is going to be quite a nice lap, isn't it? Like even that part was probably the best I've taken it compared to the last few laps or so. That threw me off, however, and definitely ditched the lap there. Stop it. And done. That's right. I'm going to go over to time trial normally with that car. See if that's actually as bad, or if it's just like, did they nerf the car, because it definitely wasn't that light sort of feeling before. Invite your friends round to try completing a 24-hour race in real time, and why not stream it also? But it's like, yeah, in that regard there is actually a thing for... Yep, and there's my time. I guess I will save that because I've not done a community event in a while, and I normally just sort of keep a note of times that I got on certain tracks on the community events. Right, Formula C, let's see what liveries we've got. That one there looked quite nice actually. Yeah, I'm going with that one. Let's see how it handles in time trial for like 1 or 2 laps, then I'll be finishing up the stream there. Because this is the first stream all week where I've actually started on time, so I'd like to finish on time as well. And it is Frank Game, that person was called now, that I just sort of looked down at chat properly, because like I can see what his name is, but obviously before I wasn't, I was trying to do a lap at the same time. It's like already it feels a bit different. Let's see what kind of lap time we can do then in that regard. Yeah, look at that, I can turn in so much better and get on the throttle so much better. So that community one must either be set up or just a really bad time of the year. Like, I guess if the community event goes by the actual real date, then possibly it has that effect. And yes, I did run wide there, but I still feel like I'm in control of the car more than I was a few moments ago. Or it feels like I got that bit more grip, or like the car's suddenly become a bit weightier. Like I can't quite... well, I just managed to get away with throwing it around that corner. Yep, and that was cutting that part in the wrong way there. Yeah, so it's just the community event cars then that must be tuned, or whatever the time of the day is compared to time trial, or time of the year / time of the day, that's just making them feel like awful to handle. Because I was able to like sort of full throttle on the revs in first and second there, and it just didn't feel like it was about to spin out like it was a moment ago. So like, I'm pretty sure this is probably even coming across on the stream as well, to where you can physically see that I'm getting better grip out of the car by the way that I'm taking some of these corners. That one I was slightly on the brakes and just got away with it. I almost caught the corner there though. Like, I'm pretty sure that... Oh, dang it. I'd like to at least set a valid lap in this car before... Well, a faster valid lap in this car before I finish the stream. And that doesn't mean going for an extra half an hour to do so either. This is going to be another one of those... The second invalid lap ends up being like the best lap you can achieve. Shifting down a gear there caused the car to sort of get away from me a bit. But yeah, look at that, 119.8. I thought my 121.7 was a good lap before. So yeah, there's definitely something about those community events that makes the cars handle differently. I don't know if it's a setup or if it's like to do with the time of the year, the time of the day sort of thing as well. Who knows, but it certainly makes a difference to how the car handles compared to the time trial here. Because this feels much better to drive, it is to be said. I'm hoping this is going to be a valid lap because I'd like to finish next. Yeah, look at that, I could take that so much better on the throttle, whereas before I was like worried about getting back on the throttle in case it spun out. That time I was a bit hesitant, but yeah. And that'll do it there, on a 118.55, what is that, a 118.589. Right, whilst this loading then, I'll take this opportunity to get my music open for the intro like I normally do. So now I might end up doing that by the time that I'm about to say, like I'm finishing the stream. Right, that is ready and open, ready to go. Turn the volume down just a tad on it. Normally turn it down to about 75% volume, or roughly where the volume slider looks to be in that regard. Yeah, so let's find me on that board now. Even that's like higher up on the times there. And I don't think there is a friends only. Oh, there is. But that's in like a different car, so I suppose in that regard it would be fair to do a screenshot there because he's in like a significantly slower car. But yeah, you can compare that sort of 118.588 to the 1 minute 22.394 there, and there's definitely a handling difference between the two cars, that's for sure. But yeah, let me just go to my driver network profile. Yeah, you can see my breakdown. I sort of put in just over 50 hours of 100. It says 130 races, but I think it classes time trials as races as well. So, yeah, online and communities fairly even, surprisingly, even though online sort of went up significantly in the recent months. And solo, I guess, like practice races, and as for the career, I've not got into that yet. I've got like many other games I'd like to complete or get through first before I start to the career on this one. And yeah, you've got sort of the focus on the racing and the qualifying, not so much on the setups for the engineering. And yeah, the Formula Golf 1000 shows 2 wins, but I'm guessing that's like well, between possibly single player or doing races with friends, I don't know. It's not league races anyway, I've never won any of them in the Formula Golf. And it shows Belgium there, even though like favourite location it says Belgium, but the picture next to it's actually for Monza, and then preferred realism shows controller, but that's the steering wheel. So those are visual glitches or visual sort of things that's not fixed yet. And yeah, that'll do it anyway. So if I quit out here, quit out of Project Cars, switch over to the media player, and yeah, that'll do it for today's stream then. So yeah, as all, there's no one been around today to thank, I guess, or well, I guess I can thank that Frank M for stopping by to ask a question. He was our only viewer today, it seems, but as I said before, I'm not too bothered about the fact that there wasn't any viewers, or at least not anyone in chat really, because it allowed me to focus more on the game and had a more enjoyable time on Project Cars tonight. So yeah, that'll do it for the stream then, and that'll do it for this week's streams as well. So stay tuned for my streams next time around, and whatever, I'll probably be streaming the week that ends in Christmas on the Friday, so yeah, there's that. And yeah, stay tuned for those, stay tuned for more, and as always, thanks for watching.